Welcome to Rokk Around the Clock, daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rokk. Try putting the mic on, you Egypt. Okay, I will. I'll do that. Yeah, always the pro. It's because it comes on during the startup screen as well, you see, so I have to remember to mute it, and then I forget to turn it off, and I'm really sorry. But that's the way it goes. Hey, how are you lovely people? Raymond, how are you, my good friend? Showing us that lovely big toothy grin there. Wish I had a nice toothy grin. My teeth are all over the place. My teeth are like Stonehenge. I keep imagining I'm going to wake up one summer solstice and there'll be a whole bunch of druids all around my mouth worshipping the new coming dawn. You never know. I might get some druids. That'll be quite fun, I reckon. Joe, good to see you, my friend. How are you, dude? Saw your screenshots earlier. I'm so looking forward to your game and finding out more about it as well. It's shaping up. It's I can't prejudge because I haven't seen it, but it's looking really kind of Zelda-like and exciting stuff. Haha, says Joe. Rockmirth, how are you, my friend? Hey, Rokk. Hey, Rokk. Hey, Rockmirth. Good to see you, dude. Bulls for life. Hola. Hola, senor. How are those Bulls? How are they doing this season? Are they doing okay? Is that your team as well, Ray? I'm never 100% sure with you guys and all your American football teams. Geek to Sneak, how are you, my brother? Great to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. I mustn't look over there. You're there. That's where I should be looking. I need to get one of those transparent screens, you know, where I can sort of put my YouTube and stuff over here and then look at the camera and do all that stuff as well. I can actually do that. I don't know why I'm looking over there. Here we go. That's better. Now I can see you all. Fantastic to see you. Thank you so much, guys. Holtz is in the house. Holtz is in the house. How are you, Holtz? Holtz and Bjorn will be Rokk playing later. Where are we for? 4 hours time. Wow. In exactly 3 hours and 55 minutes. They'll be streaming. So they're going to go live today at the normal European time. So it's going to be an hour later for you guys in the States. That's because of family commitments. I can kind of be more flexible than those guys, so should be good. And last I'm not going to be on there today, by the way. It's just going to be those two fellas with their lovely guests. Last I checked, they were still waiting to hear. So if anybody wants to be a guest on Rokk Players later, hook up and for sure, you can have a slot talking about cloud gaming and stuff. That would be rather cool to see you. Case Ball is also in the house, my other erstwhile northern UK friend. Afternoon Rokk, Evil West and Dark Tide on GFN. Ooh. I've actually got codes for 2 of the games that are coming out today, but they haven't come out yet. I was hoping to fire them up on GeForce NOW. So we could have a little play, because there's not much news. We'll spend most of the time chatting today and going over GeForce NOW. But that's often the way with on GeForce NOW on Thursday. They are very much dependent on the studios. So not always possible to get them out at the same time. But I've got a little earpiece in today. I decided I didn't want the headphones on. I do that from time to time, and so I've just got the little earpiece on. And we have a lovely purpley scene behind me. I don't know if you've spotted this. I'm sure you have, but there's a beautiful winter scene behind my head that I thought would be quite nice to have as a background. So I brought it in, but it changes colour depending on my lighting arrangement, so as does R2D2. Christopher, thank you so much for listening, my friend. Absolute pleasure to know that you're out there giving us your ears. Thank you so much for that. Martinez is in the house. Hey Martinez, I don't know if this is just me, but I've noticed recently the characters that you use. You use sort of that scripty language code font for your. It's been missing on my Twitter, and I don't know. I've noticed a few things not working since Herr Commandant Musk has taken over. For example, GIFs no longer seem to work when I go to choose GIFs on my phone. And I noticed that your characters aren't there anymore. But it may just be me. I just need to clear my cache out or a summit. Who can tell? Oh, Ray, thank you so much, my friend. I did. I asked them to reach out, so maybe they got hold of you. But that would be fantastic. My brilliant friend Ray on Rokk Players later always has so many good things to say and good thoughts to offer, so that will be a fantastic show. Who else we got? We've got Chariots here as well. Hey, Chariot, how are you, buddy? Hope you're keeping well, my friend. It's I'm okay. I've been very tired this week. I mentioned this yesterday. Lots going on in my IRL, as the kids say, which is causing me to not get a great deal of sleep, and I'm just about keeping my eyes open. But it's all good. It's all good, and we're here, and we're almost at that final day of the week tomorrow, guys, which will be amazing. Can't wait for that. Case Paul says Holt's finished Requiem, and we'll be playing the chant. Yes. What did you think of it, Requiem? I watched, Angry Joe, the Angry Joe channel. They did a quick review, although it was actually quite long, of Plague Tale Requiem. And to be honest, they kind of, watching their review, I thought, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Now that you say that, I tend to agree. I won't give no spoilers, but go and watch their video, because it's only about 5 minutes long. But I thought they made some really valid points. Who knows? Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll see if I can pull it up. And as I said, it may just be. Josiah, it may just be in the browser that I was looking, but I had noticed. I'm just going to search for your name here. I know you guys can't see this on screen. Yeah, so it's in my Twitter app as well. I'll show you in a second when we go over to the laptop. It'll be up on screen, so I'll show you exactly what I'm saying, and you'll see what I'm saying as well. Rokk, did you like the new action trailer, Troll? I saw that you tweeted it. I had actually seen about it before. It does look really good. No, absolutely, my friend. I don't know whether you'd mentioned it to me before, or whether I had just seen it elsewhere. But yeah, it looks really good. And I saw that there was a demo of a game on Steam earlier, which is kind of similar about trolls and things, and it looked amazing. And I've got to try and find the tweet that I saw it on. You can download the demo for free, and it looked amazing. So I must dig that out. In Rokk's life, yeah, good one, Holtz. In Rokk's life, love it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I love Ray. Well, 100%. There's nothing to not love about my dear friend Ray. He brightens my day. It does look really cool. Did you say, I know you've been in some video stuff before, and you've been in some music videos, haven't you, Martin? Were you in Troll by any chance? How do you guys pronounce it? Because growing up, I pronounced it Troll, as in doll, right? 2 L's, makes an ol sound. But then some people pronounce doll as doll, and a lot of people pronounce troll as troll. So, but it may just be one of those things, like some people say Nike, but it's definitely Nike. It's 100% Nike. And then people get so used to saying it a certain way. Like my brother-in-law insists on saying Amazon with the on at the end, which is, I know how you guys pronounce it in the States, and he's very much of that age group that, kicked in with all the TV, the American TV and stuff that we've talked about in the past. But I've always known it as the Amazon River, up the Amazon, and that's the is very much an anglicised way of pronouncing things. So I've always said Amazon. And Martin says troll or troll, but no S in troll. No, true. There is no S in troll. There's no F in troll either. He's gone and left from under the bridge. Let's get over to Larry, and I'll show you just what I'm talking about, man. Hang on, let's get over there right now. Here we go. Oh, I haven't got that screen up. Hang on, let me get it up on the other screen, and then I'll show you. But I've noticed it last few times that that I have been there. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put Twitter, mostly Martinez, as a search, which means that you, of course, will come up. Yeah, there you go. Right, let's pull it up. Here we go. We're going to go over there now. There we go. So you see the letters there. And that is essentially what I see on my mobile as well as on my Twitter apps as well. So what's happened is, and I don't know whether this, my guess, and it's purely a guess, is that there are some licenses that were being paid for emojis and characters and GIFs, and I reckon that old Musk has actually cancelled those licenses. I genuinely think that. If I go and try and create a GIF, even the ones with my GIFs, on my phone I can see them, but I can't see them on any PC-based app anymore. And I just wonder whether they've broken them. Whether there's a kind of a license fee they were paying and they've just said, nah, we're not doing that anymore. It's a lovely photo of your son, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. Right. So there you go. I thought I'd show you that. But while we're over here now, we may as well go to the clock news run. We haven't got masses of it, so I thought we'd do a kind of mix of news and chat, but we've got a load of NVIDIA GeForce Now stuff, because of course it is indeed Thursday, where we get their news. So before we go across to oh, hang on, what's Bjorn telling me here? Because this is the land. Troll, with more emphasis on the rolling R, troll, and the L's than in English. More emphasis, so troll, like that. Would that be a good troll? Troll. There is a troll under the bridge. Would that work? Does that work for you, mate? Or was that really just taking the mickey? I'd try. I love pronouncing words as they should be pronounced. The classic is people say pronunciation, which is incorrect. There is no O in it. It is pronunciation. And the one that gets me every time is when people refer to apes as monkeys. They most definitely are not monkeys. They are a completely different species to monkeys. There are no monkeys in the ape family. But there you go. Yes, you're right, Björn. Of course he's right. You're all from the same kind of slice of land. We Scandinavians know what's up. Well, yeah, because I tell you what, actually, I was thinking this the other day. Have you guys ever seen Beowulf, the movie, the animated movie that has, what's his name is in it? Anthony Hopkins, I think, is in it. And it is just a fantastic movie. Another one of those completely underrated, beautiful music, amazing animation, and particularly when you think of when it was made. I just love that movie. It's a movie, actually, I wouldn't mind having on Blu-ray. I must check that out. If you haven't seen it, see if you can find it anywhere. I don't know if it streams on any services, but it is such a magnificent movie. Beowulf, probably pronounced, is it wolf or wolf? Beowulf, I don't know. Either way, it's from that part of the world. So if we go and have a quick look, let's go to YouTube. Now that I've got you into this frame of mind, and let's have a quick look for Beowulf trailer. We'll have a look at the trailer. Actually, here we go. 2007. So you see what I'm talking about here. It's but I still think to this day the quality of this. I need to turn the audio off. I got stuffed the other day for showing the Last of Us trailer, even without music on. They insisted that I give them all of my cash. So here you go, guys. You can see this. I don't know how well it's going to come across, but the animation, and it is all CGI, is absolutely amazing on this movie. It's, it's a standard movie length, hour and a half, 2 hours long, but as well as fantastic graphics, the music, the soundtrack is unbelievable. It really is. Robert Zemeckis. Didn't he do the Santa Express or whatever it's called? Or didn't he do Back to the Future? I don't know. Anyway, look at this. It's stunning. The trailer's pretty crap, but the movie is awesome. Bearing in mind, 2007, right? So we're talking now, what, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago? Look at it. I still think it looks amazing today. And honestly, the music, there's a couple of tracks. This is one of those where I just listen to the soundtrack on Spotify. There's a couple of tracks that are mind-blowing. And yes, that is, oh, crikey, what's she called again? But it's her. You know who I'm talking about. Guys, go and see if you can watch this, see if you can find it streaming somewhere. Honestly, it's amazing. If you're into CGI, and it just look how old this is as well. Was it Santa Express? What was it called? Hot chocolate. Yeah, it's a brilliant movie. So Beowulf, there you go. I actually wanted it to show you the spelling. Beowulf. It's got loads of really good actors in. November 16th, 2007. Brilliant movie. Yes, it definitely is a big inspiration. I'm going to try and make my way down the chat here. Being Norwegian is just like being Swedish, but with better skiing and more money. Being Swedish is just like being Norwegian, but with more land and more history. What are you two like? You'll be throwing snowballs at each other next. Great troll rock, a little too much U on the O, but nailed it otherwise. Troll. Would that work? Troll. I'd pick it up, mate. I'd pick it up if I was there, honestly. Bjorn says, Happy Cloud Gamer, check out Helgi and Erland on TikTok. Great fun. Okay. Yes, the fully animated one, underrated. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, just a stunning movie. One of my favourite movies. I remember watching it, it was on TV or something, and I didn't have high hopes. And at the end of it, I thought, what an amazing movie. Zemeckis did Castaway, did he? What, with Tom Hanks and Wilson. Wilson, the basketball. That's a cracking film as well, isn't it? It's amazing. Martin thinks he's seen it. The story is one that was a big inspiration for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, because it's kind of got Gollum in it and all that ancient lore and everything. It's just stunning, isn't it? Right, guys, let's pull up today's GeForce Now blog. And don't forget, by the way, where are we? The 3rd. You have got 17 more days to claim your 6-month priority membership at half price. So definitely one to do. Martin says, there is a place that is called Arendal, like Forzen. The place is not frozen. Do you want to build a snowman? Anyway, enough. Let's have a look at today's blog. So, first up, 26 new games coming in November for GeForce Now. 11 of them I think have launched, and there's obviously the rest of them, the other 15, coming. It's a brand new month, which means this GFN Thursday is all about the new games streaming from the cloud. In November, 26 titles will join the library. Of course, those are the ones that they're able to mention right now, and it does not mean that will be it. Big news coming early next year. For where and what? What are you teasing me with? Oh, Arendal. Arendal, Norway. I think they even modelled the coastline of the Frozen one after maps of it. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, whose kid doesn't love Frozen? Frozen 2, not so much. I don't think, there's like no memorable songs. It was like Grease 2, It's not the same, is it? Just not the same. It is a lot of games for GFN, Christopher, you're right. And as I've said, there will almost certainly be more as well. So those are just the ones that we know about. And what have we got here? Kick off with 11 additions this week that like Total War 3 Kingdoms and the new content updates for Genshin Impact and Apex Legends. Oh yes. Plus, leading 5G provider, I was going to have this as a piece of news, but as it's here, we'll say it anyway. Leading 5G provider Rain has announced it will be introducing GeForce NOW powered by Rain. Wow. To South Africa early next year. Is that what you were meaning, Bjorn, by the way? Look forward to more updates. Yeah, do you remember we talked about this? It was either yesterday or may have been Monday, I forget now. But outside of the States and their key territories, I think we said Brazil, I think we said Australia. The GeForce NOW guys use these third parties to provide access. And interestingly, at different prices as well. I think I'm right in saying, for example, in Australia, the lowest price is around $3 or $4. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? Build your empire. Lead the charge this week. Oh, I've shrunken down the screen. Sorry, guys. Let me bring that back up. There we go. Lead the charge this week with Creative Assembly and Sega's Total War 3 Kingdoms, a turn-based empire-building strategy game. This is so up Bjorn's street. You've probably already played this, haven't you, Bjorn? This is the kind of game he loves. And the 13th entry in the award-winning Total War franchise. Become one of many great leaders from history and conquer enemies to build a formidable empire. It's a beautiful picture, that lovely piece of artwork. First entry into Africa for cloud gaming, as far as I'm aware, Bjorn. As far as I'm aware, yeah, but I don't know for sure. South Africa's interesting. I've been there, but apart from that, what's interesting about South Africa is it's the same time zone as GMT. So because it goes kind of slices down through the earth. So they're the same time frame as me, which is interesting. It's interesting for me, maybe not for anybody else. Not yet. Too many good games to keep up with. Oh, this one, Total War 3 Kingdoms. We'll have a look at it in a second, see if it looks like the kind of thing you'd like. Set in ancient China. Choose from a cast of a dozen legendary heroic characters. Lots of games set in China, aren't there, at the moment? And I wonder why. Huge market, of course. Extend your campaign with up to 6-hour gaming sessions at 1080p with the good old priority. With an RTX 30, you get support for 1440 at 120 frames and up to 8-hour sessions. Do you know, I've mentioned before to you guys that my main monitor, it's the bigger one of the two here. I've got two monitors. The biggest one of the two is a 1440 monitor, which is 144 hertz, 144 frames per second. The other one, which is slightly smaller, is a 4K monitor, but I've switched it to 1440. I'm actually really happy. I'm very comfortable with 1440. I've said it before, for anyone who doesn't literally spend their days with a monitor 4 inches from the face, you won't notice the difference. And for me, it's a more comfortable size, being the slightly older gentleman. So I always remember when I was younger, and guys that I used to employ, and they'd have their monitors set like tiny, tiny pixel fonts, and I thought, whoa. But it's great if your eyes will do it. Yeah, I have Game Pass $14.99 and GFN for $10, along with Luna, and that's enough. That's a really good portfolio, actually, Christopher. Having Game Pass and Luna, so you've got Luna for the kind of curated stuff, which is great for the family. Oh no, I've lost the earpiece. But then you've got the Game Pass as well, so you've got access to all their stuff, and of course you've got the priority there, so you can stream your brilliant. That is probably exactly what I would go for if I had to choose, if I had to break it down. And of course, as we speak, Luna's not available in the UK. I've got myself all tangled up here, guys, with this freaking cord. Hello. Come in, Arthur. Can you hear me? I've watched up to episode 6 of Andor, because everybody was saying episode 6 is really good. And I've got to be honest with you, I've got a problem with the series, which I've watched it and I've actually quite enjoyed it, because it's kind of they're majoring more on the characters and it's a bit more non-spacey. But I tell you what my problem is. And it's a unique problem, guys. I promise you, there's nobody else on Earth that has this issue with Andor. And that issue is, it's full of English actors that have all been in Four Weddings and a Funeral or Mamma Mia. It's that stock of the same cruddy actors that they get on my wick. Luckily, it hasn't got Bill Nye in it, who I absolutely detest. It's just full of English people. What happened? Why? What happened in the space world of Star Wars that it used to be that the baddies were the Empire and the goodies were all Americans? I don't understand. It's just not good. Get rid of them all. Get rid of those hideous English actors. It's true, everybody that was in Mamma Mia, except for the guy that was in Bond, is in Andor. And in Four Weddings and a Funeral, you've got the woman from Four Weddings and a Funeral that goes, I admire his mighty erection. She's in it. She's in flippin' Andor. No, I don't want to. I want to watch people that I've not seen. I don't want to see all those old cruddy English actors. They're all stock and trade. They're not for me. Get out of it. Finally got all that stuff sorted. Oh, nice one, my friend. I need to know, William, where I've been going around switching off hardware acceleration everywhere, but I need to know specifically whether you were talking about OBS or whether you're talking about the card or where. But don't worry about it here, my friend. Just ping me. You may already have done it. South African audience for us cloud creators about to grow. Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? That would be great. And as I've said, they're the same time zone, Bjorn, as me. So this right now is the same 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. in fact, 3:30 as it sits. But it will be. I'm so looking forward after Sunday to being back on the same time zone as our American friends. So that's going to be good. Winstar, how are you, buddy? Christopher Torres, I loved the first one, so I wanted to play it at least 60 FPS. Since I enjoyed the first one that way, I do have Game Pass as well, but it's a great series. Awesome. I'm not quite sure what you guys are referring to, sorry. Requiem on the TV, there we go. Wanted to play Requiem on the TV yesterday on GFN. Yes, I've been playing it on GFN. I got a code from NVIDIA GeForce, in truth, and that's where I've been playing it. At 60 frames per second. It's absolutely stunning. Not at the full ultra though, because there's a lot going on graphically. So I ditched a few things that, like the render distance didn't need to be ultra, and some things. But actually, do you know what? They are working on an RTX version of it. I don't think it needs it. When you put the reflection mode on high or ultra, the reflections are amazing, absolutely stunning. Yeah, I loved it. It's a great game. Really enjoyed it. Joe says still need to check out Andor. Yeah, I mean there's so much Star Wars stuff that comes out at the moment. Same with Marvel, that you're forgiven for not being able to keep up with it, Joe, to be honest. And I'd started watching Andor, got through the first half of the first episode, thought I'm not sure it's for me, but everybody said it's really cool, so I've been watching it over the last few days, although I've fallen asleep through a few episodes. But it's that kind of a show that doesn't really matter. You can kind of work out what's going on, and it's okay. I'm up to episode 7, so nearly at the end. I've got 3 more until it ends. Yeah, Christopher says I spent about 2 days contemplating which cloud I wanted to keep, and that was his final result. I think that was a good choice, my friend. I genuinely do. I think Sony are going to have to pull their finger out, and we've talked about that recently. I think they're going to have to revisit the whole PS offering. It's too complicated. It's too greedy. The cloud gaming option should be there from they don't say to you, you can only use the PSVR 2, for example, if you have the PS Plus Premium. So I don't see why they're making cloud. They've literally hidden. They've stuffed cloud away into the top tier bracket, where you've got access to so many games that you probably aren't going to get to it. And actually, where it's of its most value is the lower tier for people that can't necessarily afford to buy a load of games all the time, right? So they probably would love to be able to play in the cloud and in that cloud library. And I think that's messed up. So it's going to be interesting to see, but I think they're going to change. Microsoft, mate, I'm betting a horse on Microsoft. I absolutely think those guys are out for the win. It's going to be really interesting to see where it goes over the next couple of years. What's up, Bulls for Life? Already exist is in the house. How are you, my friend? Bonjour, les amis. Oh, bonjour to you too. Bonjour, tout le monde. Ça va? It's about the limit of my French right there. So Bjorn bought 1 year of Game Pass for $65. Very good. GFN Founders for $4.99. Yep, that's the priority one. That's what I've got as well, that price. Humble Choice for $70 for a year. And Ubisoft Plus for $15. Plenty enough, really, but wouldn't mind having it all. Well, you know what I did with Ubisoft, and I still think it was the right thing to do. I've got it until the 11th, so I've got a few more days. But, you know, I've just played everything on there at this moment in time. And when they come back next year with some new games, Avatar, Mirage, etc., etc., at that point, yeah, I'll resubscribe. But right now, I just don't see the value there, depending on what you like to play, truthfully. Humble, I have a rolling subscription that I cancel every month, because every month comes around and truthfully, again, there are games on there that I think, then I wouldn't play them. And the discounts, I can beat them on CD keys for the games they discount. I've bought a couple of packs, largely actually for other people, which is cool. But I have it. They reinvigorate it every month, and then I cancel it every month. And one day, I will pay for it. We'll see. Bjorn, interesting Humble Choice is that. Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, I could see this month's Humble Bundle, or Humble Choice, I should say. Thank you, Christopher. Is perfect for Bjorn. Perfect. It's the kind of games, and I think that's the thing. The thing that I think they're very clever at doing is coming up with a set of games, a collection of games each month. And depending on what your particular kind of game style, game genre is, it can be perfect for you. And I think this month is 100% perfect for Bjorn. If there was a discount for a year, I may have gone down that road, actually. I don't think it's that bad value anyway, and quite honestly, you do get some great... But it is a potpourri. That's the thing. And I'm a really fussy gamer. I've got to be honest. I'm not a multiplayer guy. I'm not a racing or sports guy. I'm not a platformy guy. I'm not a retro gamer. I'm very much, I love my epic games. I love your Rogue Tales and your God of War Ragnarok and those kind of games. And right now I'm getting better served with Game Pass for those than I am anywhere else. So that's why I'm really loving the Game Pass at the moment. I never thought I'd say it. I mean, I was always a PlayStation till I die. Not in the kind of, not in the pony, the kind of territorial, fighty, tribal thing. But I just love where Spencer's taking it. I really do. Big up to Spence. That's what I say. What else we got going on down here? Windstar's apologising, oh bless, to Ray for not being able to get into his streams. You can watch them after, It's still just as much fun. Anyway, we were looking at GFN, weren't we? Andor's 20 episodes, yeah, isn't it? It stops at 9, doesn't it? Or is it still going on and on and on? I don't know. I've got so much to catch up on. I've got 3 Star Trek series that I'm now fallen back on. I noticed that old matey boy that does American Guys Star Trek alike, I've forgotten what it's called, which I think is brilliant. I see that I've got a series of that to catch up on. There's so much. So I'm kind of wondering whether... And The Walking Dead, I think I've got one more episode of The Walking Dead this Friday, I think. And then that is it forever, except for the new version that's coming up with them in it. I just think Walking Dead's come to I'm just so glad it's coming to the end, if I'm honest. I think it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. And I understand it's in line with the series, but it's my opinion. and I'm sticking to it. So there you go. Humankind. Humankind. Well, we all know Humankind, don't we? I think that's, by the way, this is just, I don't know what this is showing us, actually. Members can find Total War 3 Kingdoms and other Sega games from a dedicated row in the GeForce app. Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. You love movies, and that is where you love single-player games. Yeah, I think you're right, Martin. For me, I think it's because, when I was a kid, and I would other kids would be out playing football and stuff, and I was creating little worlds for my Star Wars figures and stuff, and building them little mountains to climb and things, and that's more my kind of thing. It's just the way it goes. Maybe all shows should be 6 seasons, and a movie. Yeah. Well, they keep going while people watch, mate, don't they? It's what it's all about. And for the longest time, Walking Dead was amazing. But then, of course, the streaming services have now kicked in, and you're going to see a big, big change in the way that all content is created now. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what massive impact it does have. Alongside the 11 new games streaming this week, members can jump into updates for the hottest free-to-play titles. So, yeah, Genshin Impact. Stream it now from devices, PC, Mac, Chromebook, mobile, blah, blah, blah. Yep, Genshin's pretty cool. Apex Legends Eclipse, that's got an update. Also, after working closely with Square Enix, we're happy to share that members can stream Star Ocean Divine Force on GeForce Now this week. Square Enix have given me a code for this, by the way. I have been sponsored by Square Enix. Who would ever have thunk it? So, although I can install it locally, what I'm going to wait for, it to come live on GeForce Now, and then I'm going to do a dedicated game stream. So I can kill two birds with one stone and keep both masters happy. So watch out for that sometime this week. Not sure when exactly, but as soon as I have that, guys, I will be streaming it. So that's going to be fun. So many great games. Chariot says, yeah, so many great games. And yeah, Winstar, keep an eye out for that one, my friend. I will telegraph it before I go live. And as I said, I have it. I could install it and stream it, but I'm going to wait and I'm going to whack it up on GeForce Now, and then because I love to play on the 3080, and we can pop it out there. I might even do 1440 120. I wonder if that would work. We'll see. Boosteroid, Ron is here. Ron, you are an old tart, my friend. Yesterday you were Amazon Ron. Today you've become Boosteroid Ron, in your desperate attempt to hope that somebody will sponsor you. Ron is brilliant. So let's have a quick look at these then. We've got 20 minutes. To be honest, we've pretty much covered. There wasn't a great deal of news. I'm just have a quick look and see if there's anything else. We covered the South African launch. The only other thing was Google Play beta, which is fairly lackluster. The people that I've seen that have installed it have taken a look at the games and thought, yeah, mobile games on a PC, whoopee-doo, and they've kind of uninstalled it. I don't know. I just really don't know where Google are going with their thinking. They've almost blinkered themselves from the market, haven't they? It's very, very, very odd. Let's just get rid of Beowulf. There he goes. Right, so Against the Storm. We're going to do our usual thing and have a quick look at these. I'm going to fire Epic Games up anyway, because we might be too early to see what the free Epic game is today. But Against the Storm looks pretty cool. It's one of those kind of build your village back up, because it's all gone a bit pear-shaped after a storm. Build back from the storm that destroyed the world in this fantasy roguelite city builder. Is it just me? Or have you noticed that there have been a massive amount of roguelite and roguelike games over the last few months? It's actually a genre that I'm not a fan of. I hate the whole rinse and repeatedness of having to go back. And the truth is, a lot of normal games, even if they don't say they're roguelite, you have to start back at the last place that you saved. I mean, Rogue Plague. Oh, I don't know. Requiem. Plague Tale Requiem does that. If you get the wrong, you have to sometimes. So in a way, I always feel a bit like, you know what? Most games are like that, aren't they? Anyway, it's available. That's what it looks like. Again, I think this is a kind of game that appeals to people like Bjorn and lots of other folk as well. And it doesn't actually say how much it is, by the way. I was hoping that it would. But you can download a demo, which is interesting. I don't know that would entitle... There you go, $17.99 in English money. Let's call it $20, 20 euros, give or take. So that's that one. Also, let me see, get rid of that. Where's me flipping thing gone? Let's get it back. Where's me thing gone? Oh, it must have done an over the top. Rather, I just have to hit the back button. Okay, so quickly catching up with the chat. I jumped back in Doom Eternal to play 120. Yeah, I've never finished Doom Eternal either, actually, Martin. And the truth is, I've only got it on Stadia, and I'm definitely not going to buy it again. I think maybe on Game Pass, maybe. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know what Stadia. I don't know. Stadia's dead as a brand. I don't know what Google are playing. I really don't. Ron is everywhere. I know. I was hoping for Halloween he'd change his name to Ron Slasher, but he never did. He never did that one. Never caught that one. Already Exists says, I just downloaded the Google Play Beta launcher. There's nothing there for me. This is what I'm hearing. And nobody is saying, wow, this is great. Interesting as well that they launched it in a lot of Asian territories before now they've released it. They've widened it to include, I think, Canada and America. But still, all the other territories are Asian, including the Philippines, I believe, Japan and so on. I don't know what that's about. That is an absolutely deliberate tactic. And I can only think that it keys into what we talked about yesterday about mobile gaming in certain parts of the world. Sorry, Chariot, I flicked you up without seeing what you were referring to. It's on Game Pass PC. Oh, okay. But then you see, if I play it on Game Pass PC, I've got to download it. I just wish that there was a deal going on with GeForce Now. I know some people said that you can play. There's a way to kind of do it with GeForce Now, but I'm not sure. I've never been able to get it to happen. Horsetails. I'm only going to pull up the ones that I think you guys are going to be interested in. Spacetail. I've actually got a code for this as well. From the developers, which I'm waiting for it to show up on GeForce Now so that I can stream on there as well. Actually looks pretty cool, I have to say. Let's see if I can get full screen. Here we go. It's a really interesting looking game. It's kind of a side platform thing, but it's interesting. It's interesting. So I'm going to stream that one as soon as it appears. Hasn't appeared. Well, as of before the show, it had yet to appear on GeForce Now. But I'm going to give this little fella a go. I've got a code for a game called Abeyance, which I streamed yesterday. I streamed it on Twitch. But that's an interesting little game. It's kind of a roguelite. Check it out on Twitch. It's on there. Well, you're in a maze. You're in basically a building of rooms, and you don't know what's in each room. You can scan the room, and it will give you an idea of what's in there. And then you work your way around, and you have to find things, and that'll give you points, and you can upgrade your character. But if you die, you get wiped off that map, and you don't take anything back with you. So that was quite fun. I actually quite enjoyed it. It's a little indie title, but if you want to watch me stream that, it's about an hour on Twitch. It'll probably stay there. I might move it to YouTube. I'm not sure yet. I may just do a little download. It's talking dogs in space. Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see. We've seen enough of this, but I'll be streaming this one as well. So as I say, I've got a code for this one. So I've got a code for whatever it was called, Star Ocean Divine Force, and I've also got a code for Space Tail, so we'll give that a go. What else we got on here? The Chant view page. It's got some dodgy content apparently. Oh, this looks my kind of a game. A single-player, third-person horror action adventure set on a remote spiritual island retreat. Oh. To survive, you must craft, fight, and escape the psychedelic horrors set loose when a spiritual ritual goes wrong and awakens a dimension of cosmic terror. How much is this one then? That's a full pricer, $34.99. I think it's day and date, so we've got no reviews as yet. But that does actually look really good, doesn't it, Christopher? Christopher's liking this one and wants to play this one. This looks the kind of game I like, for sure. Let's go full screen, have a little look at this one. That's almost Last of Us, isn't it? It's kind of got the Last of Us going on. So it's got critters. I used to love first person, but my opinions have completely changed over the last couple of years, and now I'm much happier with these kind of over-the-shoulder 3D looks. Yeah, I like the look of this. I wonder if I can grab a code for this one. I'll have to reach out to Brass Token with a brass cheek and see if I can get that one. Yes, I'm trying to do more game streams. I've noticed that they actually do really well on my channel, so I mustn't ignore that fact. Pagui, which looks like Pingu. So major update coming. This is £15. That's a reasonable price. Pagui is based on a true story from Taiwan's history. That's interesting. One day, by chance, an orphan raised... Oh, look at this. That was like Death Stranding. Raised at a temple, learned of his family background. From then, he decided to set out on a journey. This actually looks really good as well, doesn't it, graphically? Very interesting looking game. So what we got going on here? It's kind of a single A, double A. It's got some quite nice animations. It's the old third person over the shoulder. My favourite POV. Looks like we've got some RPG stuff going on down there as well. You can use a rabbit, which is hidden behind the clock. Got Taiwanese in the top, but that'll probably be just down to choice of language. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That's a good one. That's a good one. So that's Pagui, P-A-G-U-I. That's coming to GeForce Now this week. And not a bad price either at about $18, $19, somewhere around there. So that's a good one. Star Ocean Divine Force, as I've said, I have the code. And I have to mention that I'm sponsored by Square Enix for that one. So as soon as that arrives on GeForce Now, I'll be streaming that one. My game streams tend to be, at this moment in time, a bit more ad hoc. Not so much telegraphed as John does. John will obviously decide he's going to be streaming a game so many days in advance and puts out the thumbs and stuff. Mine tend to be more how I feel on the day, to be honest, and that may change. But at this moment in time, it's going to be, I will let you guys know, but it'll only probably be a couple of hours before. Oh yeah, this looks pretty cool. Almost Genshin Impact like. Unfortunately, it's got bosses in. I'm not a fan of bosses, but that is an Asian thing. I appreciate that. That's how they roll. The Divine Force. Massive game, apparently. So looking forward to that one. That's going to be coming up soon on the old Streamy Voo. It looks good. Especially, I like horror games a little high, but I'll find it elsewhere for a cheaper price. Christopher, are you talking about the previous one, the Chant? Yeah, I mean, CD keys, isn't it? In it, know what I mean? That's where I get all mine. I don't know how they do it. Visage is a scary game, says Cherry. You mentioned that, and I have actually played it. You asked me the other day, mate, when I was in your stream, you said, have you played it? John streamed it. It's funny because I said to John, what did you think of it? He said he'd actually played it a long time ago, but he'd played it on his other channel and he moved it over. But yeah, I played it for a few hours. It's pretty spooky. I love those, you know what I'm like, I love those in the dark where you've just got the highlight of your flashlight or something. That one's even worse because if you're in the dark for too long, you get killed and you have to find candles and stuff to keep you going. God of War Ragnarok. sits at a 94 on Metacritic. Wow. I'm not buying it day and date, Martin. I'm refusing to pay 80 quid for a game. That's just the way it is. I shall wait until it drops in price or it comes out on PC, I think. I can wait. I love the first one, but I don't need to desperately play it day and date. So I've decided that's what I'm going to do, unless somebody buys it for me for Christmas, but I'm not paying those PlayStation prices. It ain't happening. No different. I know it's available on other platforms, isn't it? I think. Is it? Or is it only coming out on PlayStation to start with? Might be a PlayStation exclusive. I can't remember. Anyway, it'll come to PC, and that's when I pick it up. Risk global domination. Beyond, this has got to be surely a game up your street. I know this is definitely the kind of game you love, my friend. Not for me, but it's kind of a board game thing, isn't it? It's, definitely a Bjorn game, this one. A dope Kratos. Thanks, David. Yeah, I need to bulk up a bit, mate. But I saw Zac Efron. He's in a new movie about weightlifters. Have you seen? I saw a clip, and I'm not sure if it was CGI or if it was a body thing, or if he has bulked up. But man, he was huge. Huge. And I mean, in Arnold Schwarzenegger style. And that takes some doing to get to that. But Zac Efron from The Greatest Show and from the kids show that my kids used to love, High School Musical. He's playing a wrestler. Is it a wrestler? I thought it was a weightlifter. Zac Efron, however you spell his name. What's it called? Yeah, wrestling. You're right, there it is. Let's have a look at him. He's looking massibo. Look at this. Look at this dude. His face as well. He was a good-looking guy. Now look at the state. What's that all about, man? Oh, wow. He looks a bit like Lou Ferrigno, doesn't he? Or Lou Ferrigno from the original Hulk. Yeah. He is truly bulked. But, I mean, hat off to him, because that's a stunning amount of work to get to that point. Kevin Von Erich. He's to play Kevin. I mean, I know nothing about wrestling, guys. Absolutely zilch. So I have no idea why they're making a film about Eric Von, whatever his name is, Kevin Von Erich. But I have to say, I mean, that is impressive work. Well done to you, Mr. I mean, it's not like he struggled to get the women before, but look at him now, man. Right, let's get rid of him. Let's get out of there. Let's get back out of there. We've got 5 minutes left. So let's have a quick look at some of the games that are coming up later this month. Some great ones coming up. The Unliving, Terracotta, A Little to the Left, Yum Yum Cook Star, Nobody the Turnaround, Goat Simulator 3. Such a weird game. Such a weird game. Evil West, Color Tone Remixed, Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide. That beta, man, was such a cracking game. Heads Will Roll, Downfall, Guns, Gore and Cannoli 2, Hidden Through Time, Cave Blazers, Railgrade, The Legend of Tian Ding. Legend of Tian Ding, I think that's on Xbox as well, isn't it? While The Unliving was originally announced in October, the release date of the game is shifted to this coming Monday. Howlin' for More, October brought more treats for members. Don't miss the 14 extra titles added last month. So these were added to GeForce Now, but not mentioned at the outset of October, which is why I'm saying there'll be a lot more than 25. Lego Brick Tales, Rabbids Party of Legends, The Darkest Tales, Dual Universe, Batora Lost Haven, Warhammer 40,000 Shooters, Blood and Teeth, The Tenants, Evoland Legendary Edition, Paper Cut Mansion, great game, Saturnalia, I have that one. Asterigos, Curse of the Stars, bought that one. Actually, I'm slowly making my way through it. It's okay. Five Nights at Freddy's, Security Breach, Sniper Elite 5. I got turned down for a code for that. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I've already played it. V Rising. Yeah, I'd like to have played that one. I've been waiting on a code for that one. It hasn't come around. So just quickly, what I wanted to have a look at was Epic Store to see what the free game or gamers today are. So we'll have a quick look there. What? Genshin Impact. Now that's your standard free stuff. Let's get down to their free. Where are we? The free games. Here we go. Today, and they're available now, guys. Filament and Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. That actually looks pretty cool. There we go. What we got? Red Orchestra Series takes on Vietnam. 64-player multiplayer. So what are we talking? Battle Royale-ish? 64 is kind of a flag for Battle Royale, isn't it? As you know, it's not my scene. But it's free anyway. So what I will do, as I always do, is I will claim it, and it will sit in my library, in my Epic library. So get in there. Tripwire Interactive is what that's all about. Looks okay. I might give it a go. Might have a little campaign. And Filament, which is this game here. Solve challenging cable-based puzzles. Yeah, I could get into a cable-based puzzle. I like those. We have to link things together. I played a game like this on PlayStation. I got a code for, actually. It was pretty cool. I never did stream it either. Bless. The guy was hoping I'd stream it, but I don't know why I didn't get around to it. Yeah, I could play that one. Try the different bits and pieces. So there you go. There's your two Epic games if you're looking to build your Steam library or your PC library or whatever. Closer to Battlefield than a Battle Royale, says Caffeine. How are you, my friend? Thank you for that. I'm not a massive multiplayer player. I've played the odd multiplayer game. I like the Star Wars ones, the Star Wars Battlefield games. I quite like those. And there are some where it seems to throw me in with people of a similar kind of quality, you know, where you're not just getting sort of shot within 13 seconds of being in the game. And I quite enjoy those. The launch trailer for the Goat Sim 3 was hilarious. Yeah, they're weird, but they are fun, and they're great to watch streaming as well. So there you go, guys. There's some good stuff to look forward to on GFN. And where are we? November. I'm still hopeful that Luna is going to be spreading its wings. I think it's going to be a surprise. We do have the AMD show today, don't we? I think, is that even now? That might even be coming up. Verge mention it somewhere. Let's have a look. AMD there. Don't they also say somewhere here about... let's see. AMD. How to watch the AMD. Here we go. So AMD is promising groundbreaking improvements with its RDNA 3 architecture and its next-gen Radeon GPUs. Here's how to watch the live event. So if we go to it, it's 3 hours time. There you go. So it's at... don't watch that. Watch Rokk Players. It's at the same time. They might put it on in the corner just to keep you guys watching. Yeah, I genuinely think it's going to be coming soon, Stephen, sorry. I'm really thinking that's going to happen. But anyway, there we go, guys. That was your Thursday. So please do tune in to my good buddies on Rokk Players later. I know for an absolute fact that Ray's going to be on the show, so that in of itself will be amazing. I'm not sure the full lineup yet, but I know that Bjorn's been working on getting some great guests to entertain you with cloud gaming discussion. The more, it's more in-depth stuff. Rather than my kind of 1 hour of quick look and, of course, the hilarity that is the Rokk Show. Thank you, as always, for popping in and keeping an old man happy. I really appreciate you guys. But please do. Where are we? 3 hours time. Rokk Players, this channel. And Bjorn has done an amazing, and it is really, really good, a really fantastic interview with a couple of devs for a game that he played recently. We're just organising where it's going to live and stuff. So look out for that one. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Martin. I really appreciate that, my friend. Ray is amazing, William. You're absolutely right. And what are you doing here? Of course, you don't stream on a Thursday, do you? I'm like panicking to get over to you. I'll just pull my headset out. I'm panicking to get over to you on time, and then I just remember that you're not streaming anyway. But that doesn't matter, because I've had enough. I was looking and loved the background music. Do you? Is it loud enough? I can just shut up. Hang on. See, I've got ducking on, so when I talk, it goes down in volume, just like they do on the radio. Nothing planned for the day. Oh, well, if you haven't been approached, William, please join Ray on Rokk Players. You are brilliant on that show. Your opinions, as always, are fantastic. So if you have the time, it would be amazing to have you. 101%. Well, guys, I'm going to leave you anyway now, and I'm going to go and have dinner with my wife, and looking forward to tomorrow's show. I haven't got a giveaway for tomorrow because I did it on Monday with John, but I'm in two minds. I might just do a spot giveaway, and I might do that. I just haven't made my mind up yet. I might have a little chat with my friends over at Nvidia, see if I can get some priority 60-day accounts or something, and then just give a few of those away. We'll see. Either way, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you can join me tomorrow, and I really, really hope you can join my great friends Bjorn and Holt and guests later for Rokk Players. And I'm now going to say, Rokk is clocking out. There he goes. Look at him.